Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Coffee Tawlk Live. I'm your boy Vito Blaze, and it's time for me to talk my shit and report this week's positive news stories that I've seen in the news, man, because, you know, the news is always full of bullshit. You probably saw the news this week, and you saw the boy Donnie T about to get impeached, for the second time, and then you see that Joe Biden got a whole bunch of problems that he inherited throughout the week because, that boy Donnie left a mess. But we ain't here to talk about that. I want to tell you how Bernie Sanders' meetings raised over $18 million for charity. That's right, that Bernie Sanders meme that y'all seen all over the goddamn place. Guess what? That shit raised over $1.8 million for charity, man. See, Jane Ellis, the Vermont elementary teacher, reported via social media that Bernie Sanders called her to let her know that this mitten frenzy has raised big bucks for a number of worthy causes. And this meme also inspired Toby King of Corpus Christi, and he made a crocheted Sanders doll, and she made that shit to raise money for Meals and Wheels, like a crochet doll, the things that, I'm in the wrong business, huh? How the fuck he make over 20 G's? Over 20 G's. This guy sold this crocheted doll of Bernie Sanders for over 20 G's, B. He started the bid at 99 cents on eBay, and the shit ended up for 20 G's. Wow. I'm in the wrong business. I got to get out there and start crocheting. Any old lady out there crocheting and wants to take a young black intern, I'm all open to learn how to crochet because this shit, I'm in the wrong hustle. Anyway, meanwhile, in Portland, Oregon, the Mike Benet has made a life-size cutout of Bernie in his iconic pose and raised over $3,000 for Meals on Wheels. Now, Jane Ellis, who gifted the mittens to Bernie, said, if you give yourself, and not just material gifts, not just your time, your goodwill, your kindness, you receive joy. It's that simple. You don't have to be rich to care. You just have to be human. And we all have so many gifts, and the world could be a better place once we give out our gifts. And that's why I be saying to all my blazers and blazettes that be watching Coffee Tawlk on the daily, like, if you got talents, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to spread your talents or your gifts, or to give when you can. Even if you don't have enough, just give, man. Just give. Meanwhile, in Miami, guess what? The Miami Heat team is able to bring basketball fans to the arena with the help of COVID-sniffing dogs. Several countries have trained dogs to smell the infamous virus. And ESPN claims these dogs have a success rate of 94%. Now, that ain't a perfect rate. So that's why the fans are still going to be subject to isolated sleep patterns, and they got to wear masks, and temperature check is going to be there, reduced food and beverages sales. And if there's anybody allergic of dogs or afraid of dogs, then there's going to be a test available, and the fans is going to be able to get the results within 45 minutes. Now, besides all that, guess what, though? This means that 2,000 fans will be able to cheer the Heat when they play the Clippers next Monday. And that's good because the Heat need that. The Heat need that support, yo. Shout out to my cousin, Prince Darius, Pelsha out there, I know he's going to be trying to get up in that arena with a mask and all that, yo. Hopefully they don't put that long-ass Q-tip up your nose and fuck your head up. But, yo, Pelsha, shout out to you, baby boy. Onward to my next news story. Guys, you guys all know what happened with George Floyd over last year, and that caused a crazy mess. You know what I'm saying? BLM sprouted, shit got crazy, but there's some good news that came out of this shit. Kyrie Irving gave George Floyd's family a house. Now Kyrie joins others like Little Baby, who threw George Floyd's daughter's name is Gianna. That's crazy. Kobe Bryant's daughter was named Gianna. That's scary. Anyway, Kyrie joins Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand bought the family a stock in Disney. Lil Wayne's manager brought them a Benz. Kanye West donated $2 million to this family and Breonna Taylor's family and everybody else. And there was a GoFundMe that was started that had raised $2.3 million just for this girl can go to college if she doesn't want to take advantage of the full scholarship that's already been offered by Texas Southern University. Yo, the future looks real bright for Gianna Floyd. And I'm glad something real good came out of this mess, man. Because, even though there's a pile of shit, you know what I'm saying, a plant can grow out of that shit. Because, shit to a plant is actually fertilizer. Plant grows off of that. So be that plant. And it reminds me of this Coffee Tawlk that I was just spitting the other day. I'd spit. If you guys don't know about Coffee Tawlk is a podcast which you can find on iTunes and Spotify, wherever these podcasts be at, you can find them there. That's where Coffee Tawlk Live be at. And in one Coffee Tawlk, I was saying that we create the world. Like the way we choose to see the world is a world we create to view. And I got led to that because I heard a quote and it hit me hard. It says, "You are not what you do. You are how you do it." Let me say that again. I said, "You ain't what you do. You are how you do it." You know what I'm saying? And it made me think like, yo, this ain't my life. It's how I'm living it. You feel what I'm saying? Because the world is fucked up. It's filled with suckers, heartbreakers, fuck boys, fuck girls, snakes, pigs, rats. I ain't even talking about animals. And if you have your eyes on these motherfuckers all day, in bad situation all day, then I'm sure you view a shitty world. But if you think this world is filled with problems and suckers, and that's a problem, which is a problem for you, and it's leaving you discouraged, I'm here to tell you that ain't the problem. Matter of fact, I'm gonna quote a favorite movie of mine. The problem is choice. So what the fuck are you choosing to see? Because if you choose to see these suckers and all that bullshit, then the world is a shitty world. But choose to see the good, choose to see the positive, man. You see, I just found some good stuff. Even though all this week there was some bad stories, you know what I'm saying? I just delivered some good stories to you, son. There's some so good in this world, man. Now, speaking of movie, man, my guest today, I'm happy to have aboard. You know what I'm saying? Like, she co-hosts Movie Trivia Nights Thursday with Claudio Capri. She's part of the Dirty Four podcast with my homie P Bones, Joey LaFlame, Claudio Capri again, and I think she's still doing this Salad Tosses podcast on Twitch. I don't know. She'll give you an update on that shit real soon. Oh shit, I see her shaking her head. No, looks like I fucked up, but it's all good. We fuck up and we keep it pushing. This is what we do in Coffee Tawlk, guys. Let me introduce my guest. Guys, give it up for Miss Victoria Blair.
Hello. Oh, this is so smooth. No, Salad Tossers is not happening anymore. It was a vegan podcast. It's not about salad tossing.
Yeah. I forgot. I should have said that. I should have mentioned that this podcast is also about vegan. Yeah, I kind of fucked up. You remind me of the time when Joey came on the show, and I was like, yeah, he's part of Los Tabernacles.
No.
Like, nah, unfortunately, I'm like, damn, I gotta really do my just when you think you do your research on these people, they come back. Anyway,
it's because you're so positive, you ignore the drama. You don't know what's going on with the drama.
Right. I be like, oh fuck. I be like, oh shit, there was drama there. I didn't even notice. I was.
It's not in my algorithm. I don't see.
Yeah, that's it. Drama ain't in my algorithm. I'm like, yo, what? That's a fucking shirt, Victoria. You gotta write this down. That's why I fucks with you, yo. Yo, I'm glad to have you on the show. Last time we had a great conversation on Victoria Shoots the Breeze. I had you on Coffee Tawlk Live Season 1. Now you're back for Season 2. and everybody know you. Probably, you got some fans because a lot of people, they seen you on the 34 podcast, and people be like, "Yo, what the hell is 34? I don't understand. What's 34? What they talking about?" So please, Victoria, for the people that's watching and people listening, what is the 34?
So it's me and Claudio Capri, Peter Bowen, Joey LaFlamme. We're just very crass, very vulgar, very dumb comedians, and we talk for 2 hours. We have guests on. It's fun. It's
from Canada.
It's a leave your brain at the door type of thing.
Yeah. That's true. Like
it's just fun.
You do gotta leave your brain at the door. You gotta leave your brain at the door and make sure you take a nap if you're watching this shit live. Like,
are you talking because when we had Gabo Massi took a nap in the middle of the?
He took a nap. Like, no, but when he took the nap, like, I felt him because I was like, yo, I gotta take a nap too. Like,
yeah.
Whoa, we going deep in. My man, Obashi just drank and then I felt him when he popped the beer too. He grabbed the beer. He had his bird doing all. I'm like, yo, he really got that bird trained nice. Like, always surprising me on how you do with the bird. So yeah, the 34 podcast is a podcast where a lot of crazy shit be going on, and you're not one. You're doing this not with one, not two guys, but it's you and three other guys, and then a guest might come on, and that's another guy. So then all of a sudden you're on a podcast for the dudes. I just want to know, how the hell did you end up in this 34 podcast?
I'm not sure. What happened is we had like a writing group during the first lockdown in Montreal, and we would meet Peter and I and Joey and Claudio, and at some point I think it was Joey that was like, we should do a podcast. People would probably be interested in hearing what we have to say, which is how all podcasts are. And so it started like that. It
always starts with that. I tell people like when I'm talking about, so I keep it going, keep talking. Like the one thing that I remember that kind of helped me start the podcast too was when somebody was telling me like, "Oh, Vance, like, you do talk a lot," because I was thinking, like, "Damn, do I talk a lot?" And then one lady was like, "Yeah, you talk a lot," and I was like, "Oh wow, all right." And then, but she said this to me. She's like, "No, but listen though, what you say is interesting, so keep talking." True. So I was like, "Oh, all right." It's like, it's not like you talk a lot and you're not saying interesting things. It's like you're talking and people are still in tune like that. So don't think you talk a lot like a bad sense. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna keep talking my shit until I got white things coming out on now and dryness and chapped lips like usual. That's what I said. So you guys started this off a writing session.
Yeah.
And
then we thought that it would be a good podcast, and then we streamed it on Claudio's YouTube because he wanted more viewing time on his YouTube channel.
Okay.
That he was starting. I don't know if anyone watching wants to check out Claudio's YouTube channel. He has a lot of little shorts that he does.
Yeah. Okay.
And those are interesting. There's one of him like just eating a toast. I don't know.
It's an artistic piece.
It really is. It really is. I like it.
If this him, I gotta see that because I'm a big fan of toast. I'm a big fan of toast, and if my boy Claudio's eating toast and this shit, with his artistic view, I would like to check that. That sounds very interesting to me, man. It looks like he's taking his dreams all the way with that toast. I feel you.
Working really hard. He's doing it. He's doing it.
So that's how you ended up with the 34, huh? Through writing sessions, and then next thing you know, the shit turned it into a podcast, which is a good dream to have. I got the dream. But let me ask you, what is your biggest dream that you have right now? What's your biggest dream you wish to fulfill? And if you say getting married and having kids, we ending this shit right now. Huh?
That's not a dream. That's just something you do. I don't understand how that can be a goal.
Yo, I've heard. I remember some girls listening to some girls growing up. Yo, then that'll be their goal. They just have the kids and have married. I'll be looking at them like, okay, you go ahead.
You could do that.
You go.
I don't know. I guess I would really like to. I don't know. It's complicated. I feel like dreams are scary. You know.
I know, right? But
It's
we got to
and
dream big. Keep dream big, yo. Dream big. Don't be scared of your dreams.
I feel like I would really like to take the comedy career. The best that could happen, I think, would be if I were to tour in the UK. That would be my favorite thing to happen to me ever. Like I would burst into confetti if that happened. You know, like if I managed to pull that off, that would be amazing. And or like have my own comedy club, that would be fun too, I think.
Okay, like when you mean the UK, you mean the whole UK, like
Yeah,
even
Scotland
Australia,
and everything.
even Australia too.
That's not in the UK.
It's like a Commonwealth of the UK. It's like the UK's Hawaii or some shit. It's like no, the Commonwealth. Our Commonwealth is I think it's fucking Puerto Rico or some shit like that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the U.S. Commonwealth.
Yeah, the U.S. Commonwealth is Puerto Rico. So yeah, England's Puerto Rico would be Australia.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess Australia can be in that as well.
I know a couple of people from Australia too. As soon as you get there, I'll link you up. I know a big comedian. Shout out to Mr. Joe White. You know what I mean? He's a big time comedian out there in Perth and Melbourne. Like I'm in a WhatsApp group with Australian people, so like my Australian knowledge is up there a little bit. It's been increasing. So
Yeah.
like, do you have a place specifically in the UK?
No, I would really like to do the Edinburgh Festival.
Yes, I was about to ask you about the Edinburgh
I would
Festival.
really love to do that. Did you ever go?
Nah, I wanted to do it this year or last year. Like last year was the year I was going to save up and to go or try to at least go. And then 2021 was going to be the year where, where it goes down, or this was going to be my second time at the festival, but 2020 was the year of, like, my head was on the festival. How'd you hear about the festival?
So the thing is, like, so the last push that I got to start stand-up comedy was like an interview of a comedian that I like at an Edinburgh festival. And he was saying how like amazing it is and stuff, and how much he likes it. And I was like, oh, one day I wanna be there. And then he talked about how we got into stand-up comedy, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should try it. So I called The Nest, and
yeah. Did he also describe how Edinburgh was like the summer camp for comedians?
yeah, I was saying it's crazy there. Like you just go all the time, right? Like 24 hours almost.
Yeah, I got really like inspired to really go after Gabe and Jason Chalene. It's not even selling, it's Chalene. But he won't correct it. He's not that's what's good about Jay. He's not that dude that's like, hey, correct make sure you correct my last name. Like for a whole 2 years, I probably to this day, probably people would be like, yo, Jason Sellin. The boy came up to me one day like, yo, it's actually Chalene. I was like, yo, like my mind got blown. Like, what? You let me call you selling this whole fucking time? And then
How long have you known him? Like,
yeah, and then once he said that to me, I gained mad respect for the boy, because I'm like, yo, see, he ain't one of them dicks out there that's like even though like he performed, he ain't one of them guys that's like, hey, make sure you say my name right when you introduce me. You know what I'm saying? Man, humble motherfucker. Shout out to Jason Sellin. Make sure you watch the Friendship Hour podcast. That's my man, son. Yo, but now, through interviews, I'm saying like you've seen interviews. I've seen you doing some Zoom shows.
Yeah.
You killed it. I feel like I was actually proud of you at the world's smallest open mic showcase that I booked you on, and then you came through. I knew when I booked you, You know what I'm saying? Like I knew when I booked you, you about to surprise motherfuckers. Cause they ain't know the hustle you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that you've been doing Zoom shows. Like, you know what I'm saying? You I don't know. Zoom shows is something that you do. I seen you host a Zoom show with the motherfucker who's not even in Montreal. Like he was in another state. And
in Calgary. Yeah.
Yeah. You co-hosted that shit with him. Like how many Zoom shows, before I ask you, how many Zoom shows you've done? Can you count?
No, because I do like the workshop twice a week. And then like once in a while, if I get invited to a Zoom show, I'll go. So like a lot. Not as much as I would do if it was like live stand-up, but still.
Yeah, I understand. And then you know what the thing about the Zoom shows is that, you know, it's kind of hard because, you know, for a lot of stand-up comedians right now, it's kind of hard to adapt to like, damn, that's where the action's at right now. Those little Zoom shows where, you know, where bombing from your couch or bombing from your bed ain't a good feeling. It's not a good feeling, but you keep it pushing, you keep it doing. And do you have any tips for anybody out there who wants to do Zoom shows or who's been doing Zoom shows? Because
I would say like use the space of the camera. You know, you can like go forward and back. You can do like a character. You can have masks. You can, because it's a little space, right? So anything can happen outside of it.
That's right.
So I think you can use that. That's something you can't do on stage, actually, and it's really interesting. And then I would say don't forget to record yourself.
Okay. So you can learn from your recordings, of course. It's like stand up.
Yeah.
Wow, exactly. I didn't even think of that. Yes, that's something I just learned before. I just learned something new too. Wow.
You know how to record yourself. You know.
Yeah, no, but it didn't hit me about on Zoom shows. Like now that Zoom shows, I'm like, oh shit, of course, record yourself still. Like, you know, that part just left me like, oh shit. I should record.
There's a girl on Instagram. She like records herself every time she does a Zoom show, and she posts it. And I haven't been doing that, and I feel like I should, because it's not like you're burning your material. Because I don't have that many followers, anyways. Right. Right. But I think like you rewatch it, and you just have a log there of like all of the stuff you did. I don't know. I'm kind of in a slump right now. You know?
No, but you just keep pushing. You get out the slump. I mean, as long as you stay in the water. Because that's what you're doing. You staying in the water still. Like the waves ain't picked up. At least you just chilling there, just like, you know, in the water, waiting for the next wave to pick you, and you could just ride. But don't get out the water though. That's what I'm telling you. Don't get out the water and then come back in thinking you're gonna be able to ride a wave. A lot of comedians be doing that. They get out the water and come back, and then they be like, "Yo, what? How come I can't catch a wave?" Like, yo, because your ass was out the water for mad long, homie.
That's true.
Stay in this water.
Yeah.
You know, when you left, the water was like at this temperature and the waves was over there. Now you back in the water, different temperature. The waves is over here. You know what I'm saying? Catch up, homie. You know what I'm saying? Catch the fuck up. Now you making waves. Now you in the water still. You got the little podcast over there. You do the movie trivia night with Claudio.
Yeah. I do that for fun. I don't know if I'm getting that much traction out of it, but it makes me feel good to do it. So I'm like, what the hell?
I have fun watching those.
Yeah, I know. I saw you on there sometimes, and you vote for
I have
things.
fun watching that. I just sometimes when I watch, and then if it's a movie, like I was there for the Harry Potter one, I'm mad. I missed the Matrix one because I had to do another podcast during that time. Okay. Yeah, I came in late, and then after that, and then the last one was the Guy Ritchie, and I'm like, God damn, the only Guy Ritchie movie I seen was I think it was that movie Train Spotting, and that was like
that's
long.
Not Guy Ritchie.
That's not Guy Ritchie. Then I never seen a Guy Ritchie movie. So name a few Guy Ritchie movies real quick.
It's like Snatch, right? Or The Gentleman that came out not long ago. Like he has these things where he cuts the scenes like really quickly, and he shows like shots of like what the person's writing, or like even sometimes he draws on the, like he'll circle around a person's face on the screen and then like write stuff on the side. He has that type of like energy, and it's like guy movies. Like all the characters are men. It's like a guy plot. It's like men things are happening. They're shooting at each other. It's like very complicated, Ocean's 11 type of thing. Even though it's not, Ocean's 11 is not a Guy Ritchie film, and it's very British, like very British.
Yeah. All right. Now I know what you're talking about. I remember seeing Snatch with Brad Pitt. I remember seeing that movie, and it was dope. But I haven't seen that movie in a wild time. Like, what movie though have you seen recently? Wowed you? Like, what made you say, "Whoa, it's a good movie"?
I saw A White Tiger last week. That's like a movie that's I don't know if it's about a guy in India, and he wants to become a servant. So like in India, there's a lot of servants. Like rich people will have someone do everything for them. They don't have to do anything. And this guy, he lives in a slum. He wants to become a servant. He becomes a servant, and then he realizes that like maybe that's not fair, the way that India has like a caste system and everything. It's really interesting. It's a good movie. It's a psychological thriller type of thing. It's really stressful.
I mean, yeah, to watch 2 hours to be like, hey, you're living free, but you're poor. But then after that, he'd rather be rich but be enslaved. And then after that, he finds out not being enslaved is not what's good. To see 2 hours of how this guy actually realizes this.
It's true. It's very slow paced, because I could have told him from the beginning. You know, I could have walked up to him and been like, "Hey, this is not cool."
Yeah, it's like, yo, bro, your dream is to work for to serve another dude. You might have to wash his balls. This is your dream. You might have to change diapers. Like if it's an old dude that you gotta be serving for, you might have to change his diaper. This is your dream, just because they living in a nice spot. Yeah. I don't think so, son. You gotta. I don't know. White Tiger though, that's crazy. I don't know, but I get inspired by movies. I know we talked about this before. You don't get inspired by movies and shit like that.
I got inspired. It's just because I feel like sometimes my walls are up. I'm having a bad time. I put my walls up. Nothing gets through, you know? So I'm like, I don't get inspired by movies. I don't give a shit about anything. But I'm doing better now.
So you couldn't feel sympathy for this Indian motherfucker who's going through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I feel sympathy, yes.
Oh, now you do.
Now I'm good. My walls are down. I'm okay. I cried at the end. Everything. I'm good.
You cried at the end? Oh, son, that's crazy. Oh, shit, yo. Speaking of, how many movies make you cry, though? Like,
a lot. If my walls are down, I'll just cry. Like, if there's an emotional moment, I'm going to cry.
Oh, shit. I think, one movie recently that surprised me. I was like, oh, shit, why am I crying? Why am I crying? Yo, son. I realized that, when I don't know if you've seen, I read the book too. I read the book, and when I was young, I seen the old movie, the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
You cried?
You know about that story?
Yeah. I haven't seen the old movie. I saw the new one with Johnny Depp.
Yeah. So I seen the one with Johnny Depp for the first time. And I'm like, damn, they always get this scene. This scene, even in the book, the old movie, this scene always gets me. Yo, when Charlie gets the golden ticket, son, yo. Yo.
It's right at the beginning, like
no. When Charlie gets that golden ticket, yo, son. Oh man, you don't understand, B. I be like, every time. It's either I read it. I was like, shit. They even got this scene, got me, because I remember in the old movie that shit had me. That shit got me. But in the new movie, I'm seeing a couple of things that they they stuck true to that, like Veruca Salt, like all the characters, and that's why I'm liking this movie, like, because I like the book. They can't tell me nothing about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You know what I'm saying? I like the book. I like that story. I eat gobstoppers anytime. Like I was buying Willy Wonka candy. Like, there's actually Willy Wonka candy in the U.S. So I will buy. Yeah, if you've seen Nerds, you ever seen Nerds? Like that candy Nerds? That's made by Wonka Candy Factory. There's a couple. There's Gobstoppers in the States and all that shit. They don't look like the ones in the movies, but there's everlasting Gobstoppers out there and all this shit. And I was just back to what I'll say. What movie can you watch all day?
Like a one movie that I could watch over and over again?
All day. Like one movie on repeat all day. I'll be like.
On repeat?
Mm-hmm.
No.
When? I could watch Superbad all day.
Superbad's really good. Yeah, that's a good movie.
I could watch Black Dynamite all day.
I haven't seen Black Dynamite.
Exactly. Not a lot of people see Black Dynamite. You need to see Black Dynamite, okay? It's a one of those blaxploitation films, but it's a parody of it. And this movie is like, it's just filled with black actors, and it's done in that time, and it's a kind of like a parody of this guy. And Black Dynamite, he's like a kung fu dude, afro. This movie, look it up. It probably looks stupid to you, but this movie is a classic to me. I watch this movie all day. There's so much funny shit in this shit. I'm like, wow, this thing is crazy. That Dumb and Dumber, I think I could watch Dumb and Dumber all day too.
Dumb and all day?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. The cringy parts. I don't like cringe stuff. It makes me anxious. Like I can't handle it.
I think that's why I can watch it all day. I think it's because of those parts. And there's a part where that chick gets a snowball in her face. Yo, I die every fucking time. Yo, when she gets that snowball, because the way she hits her face and the way she just,
like her reaction after she looks scared and like offended. Like, what the hell's happening?
Yo, I remember when I first saw this movie, me and my boy Bill, and then we watched this movie for the first time, and I think we must have repeated that part about 10, 15, 20 times. and then to this day, I will watch that part like, yo, this shit was that part right there is crazy. So you got no movie that you'll watch all day?
I can't think of any right now. Like, no.
All right,
I'm
go
sorry.
watch.
I'm more of a TV. It's weird, but I'm more of a TV show person.
Oh, so what? WandaVision?
No, I haven't seen WandaVision. I'm watching Buffy right now. It's really good. I like Buffy. What?
I like Buffy too. I like Buffy too. I ain't gonna lie, that was my shit. I remember you guys were arguing that Buffy and Angel shit.
Yeah.
Before, and I was like, yeah, I'm Buffy. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Angel too, but people gotta remember Angel's a spinoff of Buffy. Like Angel wouldn't have worked if there wasn't no Buffy. I mean, damn, son. And I remember they was trying to give Spike a show. I was like, nah, chill. They relax. Don't give Spike a show.
Spike is amazing, but he's good as a secondary character. I don't think he'd be good as the main character.
I was fucking with Spike when he was trying to kill Buffy. But I wasn't fuck. I don't know if you're watching it later now. I don't know if you in the later seasons, because I don't want to spoil it for you now.
Yeah. No, I know. He becomes like different, but I still like him.
In love with Buffy, son. He's like, yo, once Angel leaves the town and shit, he thinks he could step up and be that vampire motherfucker that can. Get the fuck out of here, Spike. You whack, son.
I like it because he bettered himself. Like he was really like he was violent towards Buffy at some point because he became like possessive or whatever, and then he realized that he was being a piece of shit, so he went and got a soul.
Man, fuck this guy, man. Fuck this. Well, yo, this is Coffee Tawlk. We gotta say, yo, matter of fact, we gotta say, hey, man, I'm glad that he got a soul, man. A beautiful, because you ain't beautiful without a soul, man. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of beautiful, I'm glad that we had the most beautiful Victoria Blair on the show. And before I let you go, Blair, do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to plug, push? Tell them about. Tell them where to follow you.
Where do I have to push? Follow me on Instagram at Victoria for Days. And this Sunday, find me on the Dirty Four. We're having Vance over. So that's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be really fun.
Oh snap! I'm in the box. I'm in the box, and I'm out the box. In the box. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you shared that tip, and that's a good important tip that people need to start using the frame when they're in the Zoom box, in the Zoom show. I heard that from a joke doctor called Jerry Corley. Jerry Corley. Yeah, Jerry Corley. He's the joke doctor. He says the same shit too. You should check him out. Jerry Corley. Yeah.
I've been thinking about taking like a class or something to get out of my slump.
Nah.
What? But I'm in a slump. My pacing is horrible. The way I say my jokes is not even a joke anymore. It's just a monologue.
You don't need a... Yo. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You see the guy I just dropped? YouTube this motherfucker, okay? This guy got videos on videos. You don't need to go to school. He'll tell you to go. He'll tell you to come to his school. Like, he'll try to sell out his classes. But this guy gives so much free information right now. It's good. And plus, yo, he's a necessity. Trust me. Like, this guy helped comedians to this day with how to structure their shit. This guy wrote Chris Rock. So, like...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's called a joke doctor, Jerry Court. Look him up, son. I'm telling you,
I love Chris Rock so much.
So, yo, look. Oh, you need to look at this guy because actually he'll tell you how to write a joke like Chris Rock, and then you watch the video. That's how I found him because I was like, I wanted some help, like writing out jokes and how to even write jokes and what are jokes, what makes people laugh, like all this stuff. Like, yo, son, and he'll tell you the formula on what makes me. He'll show you like there's the scientific, like this shit, you do this shit automatically, it makes people laugh. Like there's 12 automatic factors of laughter. Like you do this, of course people gonna laugh. If you say a double entendre, of course people gonna laugh. If you rhyme in a certain joke, of course people gonna laugh. If you pause before you do then that anticipates the part. Like he showed you the little trick. Yo, son, go watch that shit and you see where the boy gets it from. Like most of his things. I'm telling you. Go holler at this. I mean, like, yo, go holler at him. All right, anyway, I'm plugging this guy too damn much. He doesn't even pay.
Maybe you should come on the show, if he's listening. Get a chance.
I probably try to get him on a Coffee Tawlk maybe one time. Anyway, all right, yo. Anything else you want to plug?
I think that's it. You can find the group Victoria and Claudio's Movie Trivia Night on Facebook, and we give away magnets to winners, and we talk about movies, and it's fun. It's a good time. We're going to be doing Black History Month next month, so we're going to be exploring. Yeah.
What's the movie in Black History Month y'all go see?
So we're going to go with directors. We're going to start with Ava DuVernay, actually, because she's she does a lot of documentaries. So she did Selma and 13th. It's pretty heavy, but
she did Selma.
Yeah,
Selma was heavy. Oh, all right, yo. I mean, let me know when you do Black Dynamite, okay? Black Dynamite. Go watch Black Dynamite. Let me know when you do Black Dynamite. All right, I'll be front and center for Black Dynamite and Superbad. All right. Yeah, yo, y'all should start doing the fucking. Did y'all touch that? The who does that movie? The guy there. What's his name? Apatow movies. Y'all gonna do that?
Oh yeah, we should do Judd Apatow.
Right.
We haven't done it yet. Yeah.
That's exciting. Get to it, okay? Let me know. All right. Guys, Thank you for having it. Thanks for being on my show, Victoria B. And I'll see you around the way. I'll see you tomorrow for 34, guys. See on the 34 podcast tomorrow, Sunday at 8:30 p.m. All right, Vicky. I'll see you when I see you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, that's our homegirl, Victoria Blair. And this has been Coffee Tawlk Live, man. Guys, please, if you just in tune right now and you want to catch the rest of this episode, then please follow Coffee Tawlk with Vito Blaze on iTunes and Spotify, wherever the fuck podcast can be found these days. And please like the Facebook page Coffee Tawlk and follow us on Coffee Tawlk at Coffee Tawlk. And that's all your boy got to say for today. Holla at your boy. Peace. Yo, what type of coffee is this? Oh, no, me and you, we got to talk, my man. If you want to hear more Coffee Tawlk, then please follow Coffee Tawlk with Vito Blaze on Spotify and iTunes. And if you want to see more Coffee Tawlk, then please follow Vance Michelle on YouTube.